Hello everyone, good evening, how are we all doing? Welcome along, nice to have you here. Welcome back to Southern Cross Station. Hello Ryan, first comment, nice to see you in here. Evening John, how are you? Hope you are doing well. G'day Chinook, you working tonight or are you tuning in from home? Well, I mean, are you still working from home or have you gone back into the office? You did say you were going back to the airport sometime soon. Steelhorse, g'day, how are you? Good to see you. Evening, Scott, free for all, you are still awake. Hope you haven't just finished recording a video or doing something stupid like that, have you? Welcome along, buddy. Nice to see you. Hope all is well. Have a look at things. The yellow era on YouTube. Everything is looking peachy cream from everything else. Looking at OBS, we haven't dropped any frames. My internet was testing out really well beforehand. So fingers crossed. Everything is going to go well for tonight's stream. But welcome along, nice to have you guys here. Hello Casey, nice to see you. You're uploading a video. Working night shift at home till Monday. Go. Hey Yoss, how you doing? We are in a good time zone, or as some might say, it's God time zone. Because we are in God's zone. You're going okay, thanks. Hope family are well. Yep, we're all doing good. School holidays still, so we've got another couple of days of those and then we'll be all done. Going well so far. But what are we doing tonight? So from the title, I think I've said what, plowing, lime, tillage and planting. So field 6 needs some lime on it. I don't think it needs plowing. No, it doesn't. Then the field that we bought down here, which has the had the corn in it, that is needing plowing. Otherwise everything else is looking pretty good. So I'm hoping we can get in and do some planting once we've got things tidied up. We have gone and leased the case floater. We've gone for the tri-wheel one here. Got the spreader on the back, so I haven't used those yet, so we're going to give that a go. And then this has only just come out. K100 by JFL Mapping here, JFL Modding. He only released this a couple of days ago. Same person who did the K200. And we've got the coal tender on the back. Give that a try. That's pretty cool. I quite like this. This is quite familiar. A lot of trucks we get around in the country here. Sort of the rigid bodies with flat deck on the back. Kind of cool. So I'm going to give it a whirl. How long did they have off? 2 weeks. So our holidays started a week after the Australian holidays. John. I don't know why YouTube is having a hissy fit, but it's still telling me we're not receiving enough video. I don't know why it hasn't gone away. Settings, that's all good. I was playing around with things beforehand, but that just not normal for that to be there. What's it like on your end? Is everyone seeing it okay? There's no jittery anything going on that makes it look bad? I've heard another refresh, clean it up. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Ah, goodness knows. Ignore it. I haven't dropped any frames in OBS. That can't be bad. Looks okay, all fine here. Ah, okay. Could have sworn they went a week before us. No, week after Australia, so. Let's jump up in here. Ooh, it's loud. I do have some lime, so we'll go and get that put into this tender, and then we'll see about using it and filling it up. I probably didn't need it, but it was worth trying. It does stop really fast though. Look at how quick when I stop accelerating, so there. Engine braking's probably just a little bit too high. Probably needs a little bit more coast on it. It takes a long time to go in reverse too. Alright, I think we've got some lime. Oh, there we go. YouTube's woken up. Let's see, here we go, it's filling up. Perfect. Got rid of our little yellow warning. Good. Feel much better about that. Fraction oversized. The truck, it looks a bit square to me. Don't know. Something about it has quite a square look. And when you're looking down on the cab and that compared to the nice round edges that you get on the K200. But it's cool to have all the same. Oxy on steroids. It's got some cool options actually with it. Does come under K in the white pages. You get the rigid body or a semi It's got a little pup trailer, got a grain bin you can put on the back. Obviously got what we've got there, which is the seed tender, and you can get a single tank as well. I think you might be able to put two of those on together, because if I look, and I've also got the O somewhere, old trailer pack. Oh no, the old trailer pack's for the longer body, but this has got an even bigger tender on 1,000 litre, double about. This one, how big was it? Where is it? There it is. 20,000, so it's half the size. I guess makes sense. Let's see if it's going. Know how much more lime we've got in here to pick up. Is there any over the other side? A couple of bags there as well, we can go and get those. Back in a little bit further. Alright, there we are. So I had a good chuckle to myself with FSG's voice on No Man's Land. It was quite funny watching it, actually, listening to his Clint filter. Of course, because his voice on Discord doesn't go through the filter that he has on OBS, which is what he's using, I had no idea. So while we were recording those episodes, he sounded just like the FSG of old. Did make it a little bit funny though, didn't it? Well, I think we're going to have plenty of lime. But we might as well. I don't know how quickly this thing's going to go through the lime or what the capacity on the lime spreader is, but we might as well take it all up to the field and see how we go. Alright, there we go, 14,000 litres. Alright, so let's try. Started using the helpers a little bit more for go-to. So head up here. No, target unreachable. Alright, let's try and get out to the road. Often it works when we get out to the road and they'll drive from there. It might be that the inside of the field's not very well defined either. Sometimes road to road is the best option rather than trying to get into the driveways I've found, but get things done a little bit quicker. Missing some text in the description. Oh, was it? I shall take a look at that. Thank you for pointing that out. Alright, again. Doesn't work for that. So let's try and put it on. No, it's still unreachable. That one. Good. Here we go. No. I give up. Drive it ourselves. Where is it going? No, that's not me driving, is it? We'll just drive. We'll just take this thing for a spin. Hey, you Kiwi Simulations, how you doing? Glad to see the 5-minute farm episodes again, Scott. Yep, so if you've read the description, you might see it's changed to, instead of saying daily, it says regular 5-minute videos. So at the moment, I have 4 or 5 recorded, which I've just done over the last couple of weeks, just to give myself a little bit of breathing room, but I'm going to do them every second day rather than daily. So hopefully that'll tie in with having other things done like live streams and No Man's Land and the like. We'll see how that goes. Oh, there we go. It's alright once you're going, it's just when you're going slow it stops very quickly. Once you get up and going, it's good. And it's nice and fast. cool little tender though. I do like it. My next question will be whether we can actually fill up from it, because I've had all sorts of problems trying to fill up from seed tenders lately. Equipment that won't open covers or anything like that, although I think we should be okay on this spreader because I've been able to open the covers. Video every day is regardless, yeah. And Griffin, to be fair, is probably just on the maximum size I'd want to use for a 5-minute farmer. Even with the larger equipment than what I used in Osada, it's proving to be just a little bit probably adventurous for me. That's right, we'll review it, we'll keep going, and I'm going to go past the 30 episodes too. I might keep it going for another 2 or 3 weeks, maybe another whole season, see where we go. Yeah, we end up, anyhow, right, going to this beast. Take it for a spin. Like I said, I haven't used this yet, so it'll be interesting. See how it goes. Just got here, love that you're using the UK100. Yeah, the JMF Moddings one. Yep, we have got one of those on lease at the moment, just to run our, well, lime at the moment. If we get into doing a bit of planting later on, we might run some seed around in it as well. Smashed to bits that like button. Thank you, Chinook. I was reading an interesting article actually today about the dislike button on YouTube and how Mozilla, the browser, they've done some research through some apps that they have. And people were still, even if they said, you know, don't recommend more of this channel, or I don't like this content, don't recommend it to me. After about a month or so, they were starting to get recommended very similar content, if not the exact same video again. So they were trying to say that the unlike or dislike button actually doesn't really have a bearing on what the algorithm's going to recommend to you. So the like button still does do a good job though. Hello Callum, how are you? Renew my membership please. You'll just have to be lucky enough to get gifted one. That's not something you just ask for. Being a member and becoming a channel member is a privilege. And you are very fortunate to get gifted that by one of our fantastic members. It's randomly gifted, so you might, if you're not going to do it yourself, you might just have to wait and see if that chance comes up again. But it certainly isn't something we just renew. We'll get down here and get this going. I was gonna, we might shoot back before we start doing the spreading. We might go and get the plough, set that up on some course play and get that going. Well, in fact, I'm on the fence about what to do for a planter or a seeder. Whether to go with something bigger like the seed Hocks, or whether to go for something a little bit smaller. I was considering buying a new tractor. We're going to have to take a loan out to do that. We do have quite a bit of prop in the silo that we're going to be selling soon. We could earn some coin off that. So a little bit on the fence. I was looking at upgrading to a slightly larger New Holland, keeping the articulated one, but upgrading and getting another one, maybe a T7 or T8. But trying to match I've got a couple of planters or seeders in mind. We're really just going to be doing canola and wheat, things that are commonly done in this area. And the ones that I had in mind, the seeders I had in mind, need quite a decent amount of horsepower, so still trying to figure that one out. G'day Shane May, how are you? Good evening my friend, welcome. Right, and there we are. It's working. Good start. Now we should have we can set the width. It'll be interesting to see if lime spreads at 64 feet. We must have just about used all of it up. We have. There's none left in the truck, so we could have just filled the spreader up and come up here with it like that. That's right. Didn't need to bring the tender after all of that. Let's go and get this unfolded. This is quite unique because it's like an air bar which blows it out into each, blows it out into the arms, rather than using spinners and things like that. Hey, Scott Free for All, thank you very much for that 5 gifted memberships. Here you go, Callum, your wish has been granted. Very fortunately, I must say. But big thank you to Scott for those. Thanks, mate. Make sure if you have just received a gifted membership from Scott to say thanks to him. Alright, let's haul along here. This hauls along actually, 90 miles per hour. I can take that. Not the widest spreading width. I don't think it's 64 feet. It's not much more than... Oh, maybe it is. Just looking, I think our header we had on this is a 30-foot header, so probably closer to 45 feet. So we go, Steelhorse, John Lass, Callum, Ruben76 and Tim10 all receiving gifted memberships. And thank you again, Scott. Kiwi Sims, mate, you're an inspiration for all us Kiwis. Keep it up, you're awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Nice to have, it's nice to be able to do these streams and have Kiwi viewers and Aussie viewers as well as American and European and all over the world. It's very cool. So what have we used up? 20%. I don't think we're going to get this whole field done in this one load, so we might have to take the truck down to the shop and go and buy some more lime. This is pretty cool though. Good job. I can turn around properly. Quite a cool effect actually too on the booms. A little bit like a spray, but definitely white like lime would be. Shredder89, hello from Canada. Well, hello to you from New Zealand. Welcome along to the stream. Just as I was saying about being great being able to meet people from all around the world. We get a Canadian in here. Welcome along. What have we used? Almost half a tank on... Oh, nose sticks out further than I realised. Like inside. It's quite a well done little model, isn't it, this one? I'm assuming the 4-wheel one's just the same, but they're pretty cool. Nice to have some good variety. Interesting, I don't know what others think, but I think with the ease with which mods could be transferred from 19 to 22, we have been rather blessed in the mod department. A lot of mods that you might not have got ordinarily until much later in the development cycle from 19, we're already getting in 22. Of course, only just over a year, over a month. And the game will be a year old. Who can remember the hype around this time last year, leading into it? Back sheets and teasers from Giants, all the information that was coming out. Pretty cool. I know. And what is it? Is it just over a month until the Platinum Edition or Platinum expansion with the new map and new features comes out too? I'm most excited to actually get past that. As much as it's going to be great to try that map out and maybe get back into doing a little forestry. I'm quite looking forward to seeing what is coming for the next 12 months. Greetings from Poland. Kedzio DJ, if I've hopefully got very close to pronouncing your name correctly. Regardless, I apologise if I have made a meal of it, but welcome along. Great to have you here as well. Don't even need GPS. This thing runs pretty true. I think going at 19 miles per hour makes things a bit easier as well. Here we are. I don't think we need much more than an, another load, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. Still going to be quicker to run down in the truck, so we get maybe another 14,000 litres. No, actually one way we could have told. We are in field 6. Could go and look here. Field 6 needs 21,000 litres of lime, which I really need. Probably see that done. Done quite a big chunk of it. So we had 14,000 litres or thereabouts. We really only need another 7,000 litres. We'll get a little bit extra to play it safe. In fact, if we fill one hopper up, that'll be 10. Oh, that deer just climbed up out of the ground. Horn-like. I'm trying to find the horn. Oh, it's very quiet. Horn is ridiculously quiet, actually. Really enjoying the Osada map, small farming on Polish map, it's fun too. I agree, I actually really enjoyed that as a change of pace. Scott doing the 5-minute farmer in Osada. Yeah, it was just nice doing smaller machinery, smaller equipment. Not getting bogged down in a map or anything like that. Yeah, it was quite refreshing actually as a change. I'm going to need to make sure I introduce some more of that more often into gameplay, even if it's just having a map like that. It'd actually be a good off, you know, off stream, off content, no videos, just a casual playthrough to do it on a map like that. Just try some of that stuff out. Shrudy is saying I need to start my Southern crossover since my Xbox hard drive went, but love this map. Oh, it's a shame, mate. You don't use, do they do cloud backups on Xbox? I know when I got my PS5, I transferred all my game saves all transferred across through PlayStation Plus backups. But of course I had to go and re-download all the mods for the games I was on, the maps I was on. A little bit tedious, but not too bad. Now I need to make sure I've reset the store, or else these slime is going to get delivered to the wrong spot. You forgot to enable it. Whoopsie. To be fair, you probably weren't expecting your hard drive to crap out either, though, were you? It's a nice sounding brake. Okay, let's have a look here. Stop. Let's jump out. Control. What are we? Control. There we go. That is all back where it should be. Beds of lime. Mods. Get this. What are these? These are 2,000. We get 5 of them. About 1,000 litres. While we're here, let's see. We can. If this is going to work, we'll try it. I know I've got some seed back in the yard. Hey Nismo, how are you, mate? Welcome. To see you. Alright. That's seed going in that one. I wonder. Oh no. We've just lost a bag of seed. Overrode it. Okay. It's not a twin hopper, is it? It's a single hopper with a... Yeah, my mistake. I was thinking it was the bigger one with the twin hopper. Oh well. There goes a bag of seed. Vaporized. Doing good as Nismo, nice. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Map I'm really looking forward to come to consoles. Edgewater would be my home map. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. That is, I've had a look through obviously the console, the PC version, but the features they're adding to the console map is great to see. Those guys working together. Is that South Sask Modding and BC Bueller, isn't it? Working together on that one. It's very cool. Right, yeah. Get on back down and finish off the lime. Taking us very long at all. Always amazes me though how quickly these live streams go. Technically almost a quarter of the way through. So what video are you uploading, Scott? Where are we going to have a Scott Free For All video release next? Feel free to drop a link to your channel too, mate, while you're there. And in fact, if you want to share steel horses as well, feel free to do that. A couple of our regulars in the community who have some starting out on their YouTubing careers. You can call that, should we call it a journey or adventure? Bit of an adventure, really. Osada episode 2 uploading now. Cool. Oh, sure you go and check out their channels. Truck's gone quiet. It's hardly making any noise, it's quite weird. Quite disconcerting, actually. Have a look for a trailer for the truck. There is a trailer that comes with it, mate. There's a little pup trailer that I'm assuming you can put a tender on as well. Yeah, those sounds are a bit broken. Kind of getting sporadic sounds. Must be electric. No sound whatsoever as we come around that corner. Most like it's not even on. Start it back up again to see if that changes. There we go. Hey, you're welcome, mate. No worries. There you go, this is Scott's channel. Should go and check him out. Alright. There we go. It's a bit better. It sounds a bit better now, doesn't it? It was a bit weird driving around with no audio. Alright, get that popped out. And should be able to drive over. Now the tender does come with a longer tube on the end, if you want to call it pipe or what it is, but it actually goes, it'd hang down probably halfway past the hopper, probably just a little bit long. Sounds like an EV truck. There we go. There you go, there's Steel Horses channel. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. What's that one, Chinook? Who's have you got there? Alright, let's go and get this last little bit done. Shouldn't take us too long at all, considering how quickly we got through this first section. Building a mill. Slow down. Let it finish unfolding. Good thing about these booms is actually you can see exactly where your width is. I always find that the spinning discs kind of guessing a little bit where the width is, because there's no clear obvious reference point, whereas this gives you a reference point. There you go, Steel Horses as well. Yeah, you got added. You got shared twice, Steel Horse. 2 for the price of 1. Double down on the sharing. Tell you what, getting a little bit nervous. Oh, what What if we use tooth? We should be right. We should be okay. I'm not going to waste it on that little triangle though, because no doubt if I did, we'd end up running out. Hey SB Farmer, how you doing? Just subbed to both those links. Oh, thank you very much on behalf of both Steelhorse and Scott Freefall. I'm sure they'll both appreciate it. Anyone using Maze Plus in game? I have not had the chance to yet, SB Farmer. It's kind of where I'm heading next, I think. Is trying to do something with some Maze Plus. I do want to. Have not had the time to commit to getting my head around it properly and understanding, but I'm sure if you had any questions though, there's a knowledgeable bunch here who might be able to point you in the right direction. Ah, Scott. First rule of content creation, don't get your subscribers' names wrong. Right, what time is it for you? Like 3 in the morning? 3:30 AM? 2:30 AM? Are you talking about the in-game, so the transfer of manure and things from that to the BGA? I think there is some known bugs with some of those not connecting to it the way they're meant to. 3:30 AM. I was right first time. I have read that there's some known bugs there with that SB Farmer, so hopefully I'm on the right wavelength. What you're asking? That's a fair excuse then for a small oversight and typo. A and S are next to each other on the keyboard as well, Scott. Oh, the animal grazing. Ah, gotcha. It may have been that. Have you painted now? Did you paint some of them don't put the right grass down. I think you have to paint the pasture in. Again, like I said, I haven't used it. Just going off what some of the things I've read and seen on various forums and Discord servers and posts and whatnot. Oh, team, are we going to judge it well or not? I judged it well or just not well enough? 600 litres. You did have it, that's right. They hate you off the farm. They were hungry little critters, weren't they? 400, 300, 200. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah. So close, so close. Close to me. Yeah, it did get taken off Green Valley. So close. Painted and plowed still not working. Ah, that's a shame. Well, sorry, I can't help you any more than that. That's my level of knowledge. Now, what are we going to do here? Let's take this back. We might keep hold of it a little bit. It is on lease. Do we have the... Actually, that's a good question. Do we have the... Don't. We could put lease to buy on. That modern and always lease to buy it. Growing weeds again. Yep. We are in the weed business. Because last time I said that that's what it was a tactic. Let them grow, knock all the seeds out, so they spread to your neighbour's farm. I'm very impressed with this actually. Very cool. Nice little bit of kit. Give it a clean. It's not even dirty. It's done at 0.5 hours, Nismo. Oh, the KW200, right. We haven't even been there. That's back at the yard. I think I did clean it. I think it is clean. We'll have a look. Sure, I cleaned it. That farmer looks like he did a better job with his lime spreading than I did. We could have even looked. We've got a corner coming up to contract. Harvesting, fertilizing, 5 grand fertilizing one, not worth it. Love the colours in the trees. Nice variety, isn't there? And across there. Only 2 months until Christmas. Go away, Nismo. Go away. Too much water to go under the bridge before then. There's a way to reduce the animal feeding amounts with an easy XML file remover. I did have it running, but went back to original mount. We did talk about that because it was on a multiplayer server, so we did talk about changing that. Hey, JMW Films, how are you? Back for the week with my family. Good on you. How have I been? I've been good, thank you. Been a busy week, but nice to be able to sit down and stream for a couple of hours, chat to you guys, find out what's been going on in your life. Play with some mods I haven't played with. Didn't really have a chill time. Good man, good. At least hear it. Oops, wrong button. This has got a better horn than the other Kenworth. Well, they got mixed up. See, look at that. The Kenworth's looking nice and clean. Ismo. I must have done it before after the stream last time. Trailer, truck, everything. A little bit of mud on the tyres, but it's on a farm. What do you expect? All right. Well, we'll leave the other Kenworth down the other end for now. Let's go and jump into this beast. Go and make a start on some ploughing. And while we're doing that, we'll have a chat about what to do around planting, or planteurs. Got a lot of wool too. Do another trip to the spinnery, get some of that sold. See it again, here we go. Saves my controller getting wrecked by holding buttons down for too long. How long till you're on the road again, JMW? When's your next trip? Did you get caught up in any of the crappy weather going through New South Wales or not? Managed to dodge that? That reminds me, we own this grass field in here, don't we? That's right. I was actually thinking of potentially ploughing up all our grass fields and doing a bit of pasture rejuvenation. The DB120 don't work that well on this map, too tight. I wouldn't even try. So the bigger of the early rise of plants would be good. Interesting they released the 120 on Mod Hub before doing the 60 or the 90. Kind of interesting. Alright, where are we? Out there. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do up and down rows and come back and do the headlands last. That's what we will do. For large fields, I found it more efficient to use 2 medium-sized planters, seeders, and 1 large, especially having one on course plate or both. Oh yeah. Makes sense, I suppose. Understand your rationale behind that. Let's try and set up about there. You can see my path from last time. Get off on a little course here and see what happens. GPS set up. Crack into it. Right, got that turned on. Down a little bit of a AB line here. Turn that on. Get our lines. Set the width. Go. It's happy. Perfect. You dodge that rubbish weather in Hamilton. You talking about Hamilton, New Zealand or Hamilton, Australia? You still remember when you went to the servo that day? Got all the Red Bulls, wasn't it? Red Bulls? Right, we'll have a look once we turn around at what my options are for planters, seeders, combination of such things. Should have actually thought about upgrading the plough, maybe going to 10. Not actually that much more expensive than this one, to be fair. It's 410 horsepower. What does this take? 320. Even lower horsepower requirements too. Best Hamilton, New Zealand car. There you go. Oh, you dodged all the crap, the cold weather last week, did you, Thomas? Nice. Fair enough too. Fair enough. You gonna go have tea now? Oh, good, buddy. Good. Be here for another hour and a half or so. So if you get finished and want to come back and catch up again, feel free. Otherwise, we'll catch you again another time. Same time next week, I suppose. Do seriously love watching me live. Gives you ideas of where to take your farm. Oh, well, no worries, Thomas. Glad you're enjoying it. Often give people ideas on what not to do. So, going back to planters. So, the two that I was looking at using, got the John Deere drill. Almost $300,000, and it's an expensive piece of kit. 12 meters wide. That's what we need to do. Our wheat, barley, canola, soybeans if we wanted to, sorghum if we wanted to. It's also a direct drill. Bit of a positive. Needs 270 horsepower though. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is the case precision disc, and I'd get it without the ear cart. So we'd get the 40-foot version. It's about the same. 12.2, how long did I say the John Deere was? 12.8, so about the same width, for example. So we're comparing like for like, quite a lot cheaper. We go in here, we can add fertilizer and seed onto it. So that's 104. So that's a lot cheaper. But it's not direct drill. Downside. Which takes me to buying this case disc, which is 9 meters wide, only needs 180 horsepower, it's only 10 grand. Nice and cheap. So we could double up the combo there. But the downside to both of those is this needed 275 horsepower. So this one needed 270 horsepower. So we're about the same horsepower requirements. Current tractors, that's not going to have enough, 175. This one's over horsepower, it's 500. So either way, I think we're going to have to go and double up somewhere. Buy a new tractor. That's my plan anyhow. My next question is going to be what tractor to buy. Scott, you're going to give me sleepiness. Good night, Argsy chat. All good, buddy. Thanks for hanging out for a brief period. I know it is stupid o'clock for you, so it's always nice to have you check in and say hello. Hope all's going well. Hope I can catch one of your lives again sometime soon. And if others here haven't already gone and checked out Scott's channel, make sure you go and give it a look. He's doing some real cool stuff. He's new to the scene, well, new to the YouTubing side of things. He's been around and been a big supporter of myself and the Farm Sim Guy and a number of other channels for a very long time. So deserves the opportunity to show his wares off, so go and check him out. You got new Scania 8x4. Oh, nice. You were talking about that the other week, I think, weren't you? Evening, Jason. How you doing? I am doing well, thank you. Doing very well. That new case that dropped today is actually pretty cool. Which one was that? Is that in Mod Hub? Is that the... I did have a look at that. But I like using Serious case. I'm thinking the right one. Was that the Magnum series by Giant F? Yeah, I'm a big fan of what Serious modding does. With his one. Hi. In here somewhere. This one, no, that one, the one. Always been a big fan of it. Especially when it's configured sort of like the screenshot is there. So we'll get turned around and then we'll have a look at tractors. So we need about a 300 horsepower tractor to pull either of those drills. So I think I'm going to go for the case planter just because it's about half the price of the John Deere. All right, so let's have tractors. I've got a few modded ones. Got that. Go to an 8R, but they're all really expensive. Can't go to the 8R. But even an 8R series here, these are by custom modding. You get something here, it's 290 horsepower, so to pull it 220,000, we'd probably make a few tweaks. Not sure what, we'd play around with wheel settings and all sorts. Maybe we'll go for duals. That's one option. I think is that the older version? That's the older model, isn't it? I don't know the difference. It's the 8R. So that's like a 2004 or like that. Jason will be able to tell me, he's the pro. I know what tractor Jason's going to tell me why. That was one option. I think I keep this up. This only goes up to 240 horsepower. That's not big enough. It kind of stayed with the brand, and same with the T7. It goes up to 210 horsepower, 112. So neither of those were an option. Are we still going? I didn't actually look. I don't think either of these only goes up to 202. It's not an option. Oops. Buy it. It's nice and cheap. So what was next on my list of shopping? Got an older 900 Vario. Get turned around and have a look at that. Actually going to suggest an older model case Magnum or a 30 series Deere. So we've got the Fent, which look at engine horsepower. That'll go up to 300 horsepower. A nice tractor. Going to cost us 260,000. Plus other configurations probably could do something. But red one. We just go, that's enough. We've got the class option. Always go to a class. $230,000 for 295 horsepower Axion. What else have I got in here as mods? Did say older case. I don't think I've got an older case in here. Without going to these, but these, like I said, are 300 grand just to start from. Otherwise we go to the Agco. Again, $300,000 just to start off with the 1000 series Fent. So things to think about. Either way, we're going to have to borrow some money before we sell things. Hello Cornell, how are you? Good evening, welcome along to the stream. Nice to have you here. There you go, thanks for sharing the Discord link there, Chinook. Appreciate that, mate. Hey, Mornay, how you doing? Like watching the stream, we're on my phone in a very boring meeting. Oh, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I hope I can make your meeting a little bit more enjoyable. Haven't seen anyone using that old vent. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of it actually too. Well, although I also did like the idea of using one of the class tracks. For what it is, it's probably quite a good option there at less than 300 grand for 300 horsepower. Worth a go. I'd add 140 or 150 for the cedar. That's 400,000. We're going to be spending 450,000. We need $300,000 loan at this rate. And I haven't actually looked at base game tree. What do we have? This cheapest 280 7R doesn't would go to high enough power, but starts off at 3. And 7R would do it. Those prices too, but too many decisions to make and not decisive enough to make them. Oh, I would cook that. What does Mr. Argsy do on the offline side of life? I'm an architect. Yes. I have my own business. Designing houses, and we're doing some work in schools, we're doing some work in churches. We're doing a 10-pin bowling alley at the moment. What else is there? Multi-unit residential developments. So that is my day job. My 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever time I work. That's been taking up a decent chunk of time lately. 9 to 9. No, I always told myself I'm not going to be doing those kind of hours. I've worked with other people in my life where they were working stupid hours like that. They did not have a very good balance. Way better than what? Is it your 9 to 5, Mornay? What do you do? Hang on, this could be a show and tell. What does everyone do for jobs? What's some jobs out there? Let's hear what you all do. Let's see what sort of variety of employment we're all in. We got talking the other day about this, and we had 2 guys from Australia who both worked in the timber industry and had basically worked together just about. In fact, Scott, who just left, and Scorpion's Edge used to work in pretty much the same building pre-COVID in the same business. Data and analytics. You're 8 PM till 6 AM. DBA, what's that? The database analysis or something, Jorgen? Welcome, mate. Freelance web developer. Hey, Captain Kiwi, how you doing? DBA, yeah, that was correct. Database, that's what I guessed, wasn't it? Whereabouts you from, Jorgen? I've got a, I studied with someone. It's pretty much exactly the same name as yours. Architect here in New Zealand. Thomas works in a call centre. Crew controller with Air New Zealand. You're from Denmark. Cool. Is it Korean? Not with some Southern Cross sounds good. Yeah. Oh, just making small talk. finding out what everyone does. It's always interesting to see the diverse range of people who play Farming Simulator, or enjoy watching Farming Simulator, or just enjoy coming and watching some Kiwi play Farming Simulator and rant away for a couple of hours. You sell green. Leafy greens, Jason? Or is it a side hustle? Need any X9s go through your dealership? Morning, Nicholas. How you doing? Armed Services Recruiter. Ah, cool. Where are you based doing that? Remind me, you're in Taranaki? Forget. I'm hoping there's lots of field prep starting to happen around our part of the world. I'm gonna tap my old man on the shoulder and see when he's gonna be out ploughing and hopefully get along for a bit of a play with him. YouTuber now retired ex-IT manager. Your civil construction Kiwi Sims probably does build the stuff you design. Oh, nice. Whereabouts are you doing that? I don't get too carried away or too involved in the civil side of things. Leave that up to people smarter than I am. I'm actually working with a business coach, and we were talking today about identifying your niche, sticking to it, your point of difference, what makes you special compared to other people. I don't know if architect with a YouTube channel with 13,000 subs would make me any different to other architects. I suppose it does. Only three. Only 3. I don't even know if they'd even make it to New Zealand. We're down there. Find out. I was actually surprised. Yeah, a little bit surprised when you get out and about and see some of the big farms. What you spot? I drove past a farm the other day. They were actually harvesting beets, and they had they were running trailers up and down the road behind tractors, and they had beet harvester out in the field. Travel from Waioru, Linton, and Burnham. Here you go, Linton. Is my... We are only a... Oh, as the crow flies, about to throw a stone to Linton from our place. Not quite. We're pretty close. There's a rather long-winded trip and a river in the way, so it takes a little bit longer to get from A to B. But in fact, we quite often, because we're halfway between Linton and Ohakea, there or thereabouts, to be quite often when there's exercises going on at Linton using the helicopters, we'll often get them buzzing across our place. Always interesting, especially when they come through low and at night. Cool. Alright, chilling through it. Do you know what's probably going to happen? What's the bet? Haven't looked at the map yet. What's the bet? We're going to have to lime this field now we've ploughed it. Well, let's see in chat. Who reckons we're going to need to lime it? We'll wait till we get to the other end. Give you a chance to write yes or no. And we'll have a look. Turn lime off before you look. I can't. It'll actually... Oh no, it won't come up on the map. Oh, it might actually. I think the last place we were was the map. Don't mind liming. Don't mind using that. That Titan floater was quite fun. I enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, doing that first pass in this field, I made it look quite big. I thought doing 7 miles per hour with this plow was going to take a long time, but it hasn't actually taken too long at all. Hey, thanks Thomas for hanging out. I hope you rest easy, mate, and catch you in the next one. Catch you next time. Have a wonderful day in the Tron tomorrow. Right. Oh, there we go. We wouldn't have seen it. Do we need to light? No, we do not. No need for liming. Funny, we've got the sections that we mulched with that harvest. Haven't seen that before, so I've never mulched. Morning. Morning, Argsy. Do you maybe know if there's any good feed mixer mods for cows? The in-game ones are too small for maize, plus never seen cows eat so much. Here in the Waikato, it's not a specific, it's definitely an industry, it's not slowing down anytime. So no, in the Waikato's and sort of you jump over into the Bay of Plenty and that's been a decent amount going on up there. Hey Hodney Farming, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Quick look in your lunch break. Must be having an early lunch break, are you? Time is it in your part of the world? Oh, Haki is also a stop for you as well. Don't get up to Whenua as much. Should though. Not going to be much left at Whenua soon once the Poseidons start arriving here and the Orions are all gone. Looking forward to seeing those buzzing around a bit more too. Field production. I was just about to suggest a factory. Yes. 11, lunch at 11 in Norway. There we go. I was just about to get back to that, Yoss, and suggest putting in a production point that creates feed, and then you can just get your biggest trailer possible and haul it with that. And then you go, Steel Horses suggested as well, TMR factory. I reckon that'll be your best bet. Daniel, how are you? Great content on this map. Well, thank you very much, Daniel. Appreciate that. Pleased to hear you have enjoyed it. I was actually, TMR Factory does not support Maize Plus yet, of course. Change Maize Plus and reduce the amount. That's also a good point, Steel Horse. Down to your XML and change the amount of food they need. Actually, morning I jumped into Farmer Bob's Discord and was just quizzing him about Western Australia. So it sounds like Giants are helping or working on a fix to get that onto all consoles, all platforms. It'd be great because I really want to be able to share that with the community and actually do some multiplayer on there. So these evening streams, you could have a little bit of a farm going on. Plowing a little bit early. Here we go. That field and 25 are the only two I haven't worked yet. I'd better get yourself organised. What have you been doing, Jason? I'm actually looking at buying 13s on auction at the moment. So if I could buy 13 and pair those two together, a good deal. Could even look at selling 6, so we're not quite so far away. But don't know. Chinook, you're a star, mate. You gotta stop doing this, thank you. Might ban you. I'll ban you from the channel so you can't keep on doing all these super chats. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. Straight TMR works with Maize Plus, though. Yeah, so you can still mix TMR. It's just whether you do whether the silage mixes in that work. Whether the silage outputs from TMR would work. Anyhow. What's the brand of cultivator you have, the Argsy? Believe it or not, it's a John Deere. There you go. It says it on the side, it must be true. It's a very well-loved, well-used John Deere. It's in desperate need of a bit of a paint and a clean. But that's it there, 2730 plow. 10 hours. This is one thing I don't like. 10 hours. Hasn't done 10 hours. Wouldn't wear like that after 10 hours, but anyhow. Chinook just wants to make sure I leave the country next year. It seems that way, Steel Horse. Been keeping busy farming, currently own everything north of the river, just working on the south side now. Cool, man. It's a solid effort. Ended up with a big headland at this end. Right. Which one? This one? What one did you say? 25. What was the other one? That field in 20. I'm in 25. Anyhow. We can find what he recommends. I think that one's on just a mod hub, Morne. Couldn't tell due to the dirt, maybe a clean might help. I was keeping it dirty just because I knew FSG would probably tune in and say, there you go, look at this dirty, dirty plow. And look at how slow it's going. I'm sure it'd go faster if it wasn't dirty. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you've managed to clear that bug out of your throat that you had. You didn't sound too good on No Man's Land. Farm some goof. The dead speaking. You're shocked Channel 4 news will be over us. Oh, it's going wider than Channel 4. Channel 4 is just a statewide news. This is going global. Ron Burgundy's going to cover this one. Aerodynamics would improve. It would have been much better, I was saying earlier, FSG, it would have been much better if I could hear your voice filter and knew about it and didn't tell you. That would have made it much more special. Ron Burgundy AI voice. That would be pretty cool. Tell you what, we've ended up with some big headlands on this. How's your week been anyhow, FSG? Getting lots done, are we? Saving the world one project at a time. I know you did warn me that there was something I'd have a laugh at on Wyoming, but I didn't expect that in my wildest dreams. It was hilarious. Grinding away photoshopping old people at the moment for a pension campaign. Not making these 80-year-olds look 60, are you? Airbrushing's not appropriate in the 2022. You should crowdsource through Farm Sim Channel one of your campaigns. Give everyone a brief and see what you get back. Sure, there's a creative bunch out there with some good ideas. G'day Scott, how are you? Nothing as exciting as that, just colour balancing and making space for copper. Better than managing people though, isn't it? I'm doing well, mate. Doing well, thank you. Alright, let's get these edges cut out and we'll be done. move on to some planting. Or buying new equipment, which is probably more exciting. Be the most sarcastic advert in the world. How do you make space? And if they haven't gone on a holiday, then there might need to be an assassination or something. Is that what you're suggesting? Look, we really need a little bit more space. Third from the left, can they disappear? Buy 3 now and bring home. Sounds better than me listening to this dude going on about big data and AWS. Good old Amazon, eh? Pension was a holiday place in Europe. You'd have Charles as the front and centre pension campaign. He'd be old enough to qualify, wouldn't he? I reckon that'd go down a treat. I think he's just about covered his contributions. Oh, he'd be a good role model then, wouldn't he? Perfect. My pension's covered. Is yours? When your pension's covered, you too can worry about whether the pen leaks in your hand or not. Mr. Mark Thor, do you know I was thinking about you the other day, buddy? Thinking I hadn't seen the Thorminator's name pop up in Discord or in stream for a few weeks. Then, as if you were listening, I saw you post in Discord tonight. I thought, yep, he's all good, he's alive. How's things, mate? I'm assuming you've been incredibly busy with work and other goings on. I hope all's good, man. All's good. And there's no room that PSG is photoshopping the Queen Consort. None at all. Too many inappropriate comments, I'm just going to bite my lip and not say anything. Just drive the tractor. So, are we going to buy a Fent, everyone? Is that the consensus? Little old you? Yep, little old you indeed. Very busy, but all good. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Did you ever get your car thing sorted out? Or are you still dealing with that? And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine as well. Need months just for one picture. Not very nice. And if you want a pixel perfect. Still ongoing. That's a shame, mate. What a shame. Should swap that New Holland for your Ford version. The TW, whatever you've got, TW30 or whatever it is, I should. I considered selling your bed to make room for another desk. Why would I need another desk? What map is everyone playing here? That is a very good question. Always interesting to find out where people's attentions are. You start off telling us what you're playing on, Mornay. Ford 9880. Right. It's the same but better. Eddingham Park. West Aussie, Rory. Nice. FSG and I were talking about Eddingham. It seemed to be the timing of Pumps and Hoses and Maze Plus just made Eddingham Park the perfect map for it. Not too big of fields, some nice country, lots of pastures. Well suited to giving that a whirl. Steel horses on Griffin, Adelshoven, Middleburg and Hullmarker. Busy. Mason, how you doing? Southern Cross, once Western Aussie is working again, I'll spend a lot of time on that. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that going, or when that gets up and going again. East Vineland on multiplayer. Yeah, cool. Is that a slip to get me to say something I don't like saying? Scott's on Backroads in Southern Cross. How are you finding Backroads? I've heard some really good comments about it. I obviously had to look at it in the map tour of it, but I've actually heard a lot of really positive comments about it. You wouldn't know what it means. To Google it. Now we're getting into favourite tractor brands. Nice, Rory. I'm always going to say John Deere. I mean, it is, if I had to pick one, I had to choose one, I would go John Deere, but I think there's some real merit in all of them. Thinking Fendt, Valtra, Class are always good looking tractors. Case, great reputation. Ford, grew up with some Fords when I was younger, so always a big fan of Fords. The older open cab style ones, or open cabin, open whatever you want to call it. When you're waiting, you jump over to Carlson. Yeah, cool. Basically, you're on Backroads as well, and Stone Valley with your young fella. Southern Cross. Mark's favourite tractors, Ford. Northwestern 4 times at the moment, clocked 300 hours. Solid effort. It is a very solid effort. You're just starting on it, Scott. Okay. I'll be interested once you've spent some time how you find it. It had some really nice features. FSG modding team are doing some cool stuff. You like the red stuff, Rory? Nice. You know, one tractor brand I've hardly ever used in Farming Simulator is Massey. I don't know why. Just never really got into, never chosen them, really. No reason not to. Maybe we should get a large Massey. If we got an option. See, they don't do a large tractor, do they? That's my problem. Or if they do, yeah. It's a large get 7 series. I'm gonna have gone all crooked by the time I get out of here. How high a horsepower? 2 seat, not big enough horsepower. Alright, we're right. SP Farmers, Calmston, Eddingham, Stone Valley, Greystone, Saskatchewan. The Canada map, I knew what you were talking about. Bent, the steel horse, favourite tractor. Goss likes his lizards. I mean, that's, you know, that was a given. I don't know why no one else said that. John Deere in New Holland. I live in Massey country, very sad. Hardly. Hardly Massey country down here. Don't see very many. It might have been a few around when I was younger, when I was growing up, but not anymore. Vast majority of definitely contractors around here are John Deere. Vast majority of farmers we have I reckon it'd be 50% John Deere and 50% everything else. 300 hours, you don't think you've got past 5 minutes, Mark? You know we're talking about maps here and nothing else, eh? 5 minutes, you should be proud of that. Massey and Ford if you can find any good Ford. Good choices. You need a tractor if you have a good ute. Beer? Alright, how's the field looking? Oh, look at those little strips we've managed. A little bit annoying, isn't it? I don't... Oh, you can't see them, but that's because this cultivates after it's ploughed. When we look at the... It says cultivated instead of saying ploughed. We missed some spots. Make my field look messy. Don't show Tim that. Tim, if you're up early, you can't see it on the surface, it doesn't exist. I'd swear he just lurks in there until I mention to do something to cause him to talk. Plenty of massive fan in class up here in Taranaki, not many JDs. Is that right? Interesting how it happens like that, eh? I suppose it's a predominant dealer. Perhaps the class and vent guys and that set up in Taranaki before they tackled the Manawatu. Who knows? Alright. Dunsky. It's pretty good. Pretty good job. We can go at this gate actually. It's quick. Tim wakes up in a cold sweat with a terrible feeling. Okay. Argsy's streaming, he did something bad. What are we doing to the grass? It's actually getting rid of the grass. The old effects when it doesn't fold up properly, I think that's what causes that. Alright, so should we go and find our tractor? Figure out what we're going to do for plant. In fact, we're going to do two things. I still need to buy that. We still need to, if we're going to get that case planter, seeder, we still need to cultivate these fields. So we'll take this tractor down because it's going to run that disc. Well, it's raining. It's not fun. See, Oxy's up to again. His new map looks awesome. His new map for the next game looks awesome. I mean, the guy's just a nutter. Calmsden, top notch. Court Farms looking amazing. But he's already working on a new map for the next game. We're not talking FS22. He's working on one for FS20, whatever the next version is. Let's call it FSX. That's awesome. How long have I played on this map? Well, this is our 23rd live stream, Rory. Let's have a look how many hours blocked on it. It's not the right one. Statistics, there we go. Time played, 62 hours. 62 hours total. Used 8,500 litres of fuel. That's quite a lot, isn't it? 320 acres harvested. We've worked 783 acres. Not bad. Oh, good, Captain Kiwi. Thanks for hanging, mate. Take care. Have a good rest of your week, and hopefully catch you this time next week again. Plenty of rain coming. I think it's yeah, it's meant to be wet tomorrow and then gone on Friday. I hope. We will see. But anyhow, good to see you, mate. We'll catch you again soon. Could be set to work when raised. Yeah, maybe it could be that. Maybe I didn't. Did I fold it without raising it? No, I don't know. Anyhow. Peter Clark, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I think he was targeting Christmas for Court Farms. It'll be interesting to see, obviously, if he includes any of the new features that come with the Platinum expansion map. I'm good. I won't sleep away the coffee now, Ross, but you go and help yourself. Tractor feels slow. I mean, it's only doing 19 miles per hour. Bryce has told me off. Not my fault, it's setting the XML. Yeah. Yeah, no. I just wondered though, when you just, as soon as you said that, I wondered if the fact if it was folded up before it was raised, whether that could have caused a problem. Ooh, watch out. Didn't even look. One thing I did wish this map had was traffic. But the only thing it's missing. And a train. Traffic and a train would have made it pretty cool. Busy testing the beta for the update to Hofbergman map. Farmer Andy also awesome mapper. Yes, very true. Farmer Andy is. Right. So we're going to buy that fend. I reckon. Try something different. So what do we need to change on it? Bump that up. Yeah. We want GPS 100%. Needs a license plate on it. What else do we need to change? Wheels, 1600 weight. Can it go up? 3 point. Weight, work light. It's the extra one in the front. Side, DU, west long. Don't need those front fenders, yes. Mudguard. Wheel set. Go wide or do we go twins? Kind of want to go twins. Reckon. Right, so we need 280 grand for that. Take a loan out. And then we need it. So 280, we need 10 grand for that. It's 290 total. And and 143, 290, 390, 430,000. We got 130,000, so we need 300. Need to take a $300,000 loan out. Lease to buy. I haven't got the mod on yet. I should do that. I haven't put the lot on. Modern. We'll just take. I've got some product. Oh my goodness, my speaking. We've got some product that we need to sell soon. Heck though, I do that. It's on special. Battery harvester. Mark, I don't know if I said goodbye to you, but we will catch you again soon, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you again, though. Been like I said, feels like it's been a while. Probably hasn't been, but we're all. It's me. 315. And go back in there and buy everything now. So we need to buy that. Do that first. We're going to get it in yellow because we don't need it red. Buy that. Buy this. And then the tractor. Those setup options. Why not? Returns my does everything there. Side signs work like we're going to extract. Attach correct. 300 horsepower. GPS on. License plate. Type 2. Front back. Oh, I didn't save it. No. NZL. Done. 280. And what's our balance? 293. Perfect. Now we just have to hope we can make some money and recover all that. I'm sure it won't take too long. Isn't it funny? This disc looks smaller than the planter. Yet I'm putting it on the big tractor and the fence pulling that. Looks a bit out of scale. But hey, it should work. Get to 498.80. I didn't have it installed, Mark. Didn't have it installed. Scott, you're back. You just went for tea. No worries, Scott. Good to see you back. Alright, let's just have a look in the weather. Raining all afternoon, are we? 5 o'clock. Oh. If we go to the next month, are we going to miss anything kind of planting window? No, we could do that. What was for dinner this evening, Scott? What did you dine in? Well, I know what we're going to be doing next week, and it's going to be more tillage and more planting because we're not going to make much of a dent in it tonight. Ooh. Crash counter, sign gone. One double shot espresso delivery, nice. Chicken schnitzel. I'm assuming that's what the schnitty is. That's good. Alright. Let's get this up and going. Clear the course. Good job. Courseplay fieldwork all done. Generator, 1 tool, 5. I'll bump it down to 4. We'll keep it at 5. Rows to skip. Skip 1. Field center up and down. Up. Rows start on. Smooth. Down, down. Minute. Skip. Pretty good. Alright, course. Perfect. It certainly is 1 letter away from a completely different meal. That's why I did a double take and had to have a read of what it was. Yep. I paused for a moment as I read that and says, making sure I was reading it correctly. There we go, it's turning our lights on. Best to say about that. Right, leave them to rock away, doing their thing. Let's go and give this beast a whirl. Looking forward to using custom modding ESED when it comes out. I watched DJ yesterday, it looks really nice. I haven't had a chance to watch DJs yet, but if it's any, well, if it's the same as what we saw in 19, it will be a fantastic piece of kit. Now, let's see if we can get some of this put in here. Oops. Gonna make a mess here. Interesting question, FSG. Have you received a copy of it from Custom Modding? I know they've been sending you some of their stuff. There we go. I'll wait till later and watch mine. Question answered. Tracks on the car. Okay. Now I was going to go check. So there's liquid. I do have much more than that one. 2,000 litres in that one. 2,000 litres in that one. What's in the back here? 1,100. Okay. No need to get any of that. It's got tracks on the card. Hmm. So, oh, insightful FSG, what else has it got? What else is new? Well, I'll tell you what, this thing's hauling along already, isn't it? Where's my money gone? I thought I had about 13 grand left. I only got $1,200 left. I didn't buy anything else then, did I? Love the case CD you're using. It's a good mod, eh? I remember using it in No Creek Farms, in FS19. I think it's going to be a perfect size for this farm. The only downside is it's not direct drill, but we can handle. Drill completely worked, not the 1870, it's the P576 now. Okay. Perma's modding, Steve. It's on his itch.io page. Someone who might have access to that, FSG, I think you might be the only one. Chinook, if you're still there, and share a link to it. Go for it. Well, we need that, perhaps you need to ask custom modding nicely, FSG, we might to get that girl on No Man's Land. Found it already, oh done, easy. Ah, 2,000 litres. Perfect. Anyhow, there's Perma's modding. Another one that you'd look at on Perma's website is the rolling textures he's got. Instead of applying a ridged texture, if you're using something like the Mandako, big Mandako roller, which is flat, it provides a flat texture, which is pretty cool. We need to come up with ideas for a Platinum DLC video. What do you mean by that? Are they doing a competition that I haven't heard of? Rolling textures are superb. I haven't actually looked at them since you sent me the link, but certainly worth checking out. Tesla S, how you doing? Nice to see you, welcome. Gosh, that tractor's motoring, I was going to say ploughing through that field. They're not, they're disking, but motoring through it. Alright. I'm sorry, I am going to seed in the rain. I know it's not kosher, because it would get stuck to everything. It would not be very much fun. But we're going to do it anyhow. Because I want to do this, and we're going to run out of, well, not run out of time. Right, what are we planting? Barley or canola? Barley or canola, folks. We do canola in these two fields. We had grains in these last time. Is that semi the Kenworth K100? That one there? That's the K200. Nicholas, that's the K200, but We go like this. Here's the K100. J&F Molding's just released. And the seed tender on the back. This is a small seed tender. He's done an old trailer pack which has got a bigger seed tender on it. See if we can get this to drive home on its own. Sitting a long time getting wet. Red job. Go to. Make it. No. Unreachable. That's alright. We'll worry about that later. I want to carry on trying to get some of this planting done. Right, canola. So, got canola selected. That turned on. Get that lowered down. Head off. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, it goes at a good speed too. Very nice. I like. You have the bigger seed tender. So the bigger one, for those interested, which Scott's talking about, comes in. This is the Kenworth K100. It's got the rigid. It's got a semi. It's got the pup type trailer, and then it's got the grain bin, 30,000 litres, 20,000 litre seed tender, or the tank, 10,000 litre tank. But he's also released this old trailer pack. It has a semi trailer there, bigger, which is pretty nice looking trailer actually. But has a 40,000 litre, which is a twin silo hopper. Pretty cool. Change the pipes longer. Actually find the short ones better, particularly if you're using something like a fertilizer spreader. But also comes with the tanks there too. Those. It's very cool. JFL modding, Nicholas. Just Google it. It's on Facebook. It's all on Facebook. It would be perfect on your farms on Western Australia. Absolutely. Should be no other truck you're using except for maybe Carver's T900. Be the only one I would suggest. Right, let's try and set some GPS up along here. Going about on that edge. Pretty close to me. Just a little bit further across. Go. There you go. If you ask nicely, FSG might be able to share his link for his page. Let's have a look. Lines look pretty good. Oh, apart from being a mile off alignment. I wonder if I've got snap to terrain, snap angles set. No, I was just horribly crooked. That looks a bit better. Yeah, I can work with that. See the smallest seed tender with two pipes. I actually thought it was a twin chamber, twin hopper one. I think that'd be ideal, but unfortunately does not. But it's nice how it attaches to the trailer and everything. It's actually attached as a with an attacher, so it becomes basically an attached implement, so you can open the covers and control the arms and everything, all the pipe and everything like that. Thank you, FSG. Google JFL modding, guess what was on the top link? Too easy. Thank you for sharing it though. Good. I should really have his link directly in my description, because it's a question just about every week. Oh, this is actually, I'm impressed. This feels really fast. Good speed. I'm not using up too much seed. We're getting through the liquid fertilizer a little bit, but it's all handable. It's good. You know exactly, you can set the clock by what day it is if Argsy's streaming. DJ, how are you, mate? Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. And congrats on that awesome sign that you got from YouTube Gaming. You guys go and check out Twitter. Check out DJ's Twitter. YouTube Gaming sent him this awesome sign, which basically has the YouTube play button and DJ Goham, and it's all neon. It's all, I'm assuming it's LED actually. Is it LED? But it's the shaped neon LED sign. It's awesome. It is a super sweet sign. Pretty cool to get that recognition from YouTube on high as well though. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's see how I've gone with this GPS on this side. Oh yeah, it does change. I wondered that. I was like, oh, I wonder if it changes colour or not. Don't have batteries for the controller. In amongst everything you have in your studios, you don't have batteries for it. I bet you it takes some weird whack size that you don't, it's not, you can't steal from another remote or anything like that. Don't do Twitter. Alright, I'll do Twitter for you. But it's worth looking at, it's very cool. There. I'm gonna crash. Let's stop. That's on Instagram too. That. There you go. There it is. Pretty cool. Very cool. I was looking at it. It's a bit hard to spot the eye. They did a really good job on the J. It might be the angle you've taken it at too. The little break between the J is awesome. Can't quite make it in the eye. That is awesome. That is very cool. Something to aim for. It's probably going to be in the Farm Sim News too. Making the Farm Sim News video. The only person who can break something. Or everyone can break something. Gotta try hard enough. Those big people commenting. They're all jealous, Joss. Maybe not the only person, but I try. At least you've not officially tipped seed on the ground from a real life truck, DJ. Hold FSG's beer. To be fair, FSG recorded a whole video with his voice changing filter on. Hey Aussie, how you doing, mate? Good morning to you. No need to apologise at all, just great you're able to make it. You're good at breaking things too, Scott. It's an innate skill. Something to be proud of. You've recorded many videos at DJ Bot. What's my best one? I've recorded plenty of videos with my audio not working at all. Also managed to pause OBS halfway through recording with FSG and not get the first half of our video. I'm sure there's others. You're just an idiot, that was the problem. There was a disconnect between the game and the keyboard. Long Hill, I don't know if I said good morning to you, but good morning to you. Welcome along, good to see you. This is a safe environment, Joss. We can be honest about ourselves and there'll be no repercussion. Managed to voice over 3 hours of black screen on Monday. The best part about that steel horse is you'll look at it for the next month. You'll make sure you don't make the same mistake. And then you'll make the same mistake. Your old laptop, that's good fun. Well, I think, so far, I am impressed with our choice of planter. Cedar, if you want to call it. I think we went for the right one here. It's burning through the field. We might get through with liquid fertilizer. Look like. We're going to go close. We've used just over half, but I think we'd go pretty close to having planted half the field with the way it tapers down. We will see. YouTube really only posted the emoji instead of the message. Did you do what I do sometimes, Yoss, and write the message in the emoji search button? Because I've done that plenty of times and wondered why I don't get the message. DJ's old laptop is about a month old. You know, I sometimes wonder why your message doesn't send, and then you realise you've typed it all in the search bar for the emojis. Six months old. I was reading today about the, I think is it the 4090 officially releases in New Zealand in about 3 hours. I'm not getting one, just to clarify. I'm quite happy with my 3070. But I was reading today about the 4090 Ti's are melting. They are generating so much heat in a 600 or 700 watt power supply. They're tripping circuits, melting power supplies, and in some cases actually melting the card itself. And also that the cards are so big, and so they can take up so many slots and everything that they're actually mounting motherboards to the card rather than the card to the motherboard. Look at that beautiful green. Oh wait, it's a Fendt. I actually quite like this tractor. Nice to use one I haven't used before. A little bit old, a little bit fun. %75% boost in frames per second from a 3080. I've got LEDs on the side of my computer though. I don't need any more frames. It's boosted as much as it can. No graphics card's going to improve on that LED RGB ratio. Actually, you must get a boost with that sign, do you, DJ? Might be getting a 4090, no shocker there, I'm sure, but yeah, the TI problem's been funny to read. It certainly has. Hey Rox, how you done? Nice to see you. What are you up to? It's just about your bedtime. No repercussion until it shows up on FSG's newscast. I know, you've got to be careful what you say around here now. I'm trying to preempt what the next one's going to be. I think I gave him all the ammunition he needs though, calling myself out on being one of the different stages of the 7 Dwarfs. LEDs will 100% frame boost. Exactly. Turn off your LEDs, that must be why. Yep, that'll do it. $4090 is way too big, size of a PlayStation, and too expensive. Bedtime for me, just thought I'd pop in and say hi. Nice, good to see you. We'll catch up sometime soon. think Stocky's abandoned us for tomorrow night's games with Brett. What happens when you get a girlfriend? You only end up doing things with her instead of playing games with your friends that you're committed to. Rose before hose. All I'll say on that. Long PCI slot extension cable. Good opportunity to do a custom case build though, isn't it? It's boys' night. I know, that's what I said to him. It's a bit like Ron Burgundy, Anchorman, when he's going to go yogging instead of going to their pancake breakfast. You haven't abandoned me, eh, Chinook? How good are you at Apex Legends? And have you got it on PlayStation? We have a regular Thursday night, me and a couple of mates. Sounds like someone's got a better offer. I have to take bread off your hands for the night. I don't have to. Build it into a tractor. You just about need a tractor to get it delivered, Farm Sim guy. Here in South Africa you see the list prices starting at 60k. I have no idea what your exchange rate's like, Mornay, but pretty impressive. Send me some pics on Discord, remake it RGB. Well, that is pretty impressive RGB. Hang on. Go, there's DJ's RGB. Gonna stop before we crash. The other one. Look at those lights. Mega frame rate boost. Stocky just has to let his girlfriend know that Thursdays is boy nights. I agree. You won't let him play on Thursday nights, then maybe she's not the right one. It's bad, is it? Is that bad? True fanboy. Might have overdone it a bit. Oh. Hello Brett, how you doing? You need boys not to have a night off from Roxanne. Hope you two aren't going to start arguing in my stream, please. You don't need any of that. I don't think you can ever overdo it. Shame EVGA no longer making video. A bit hard to see my lines. All this rain. Tell you what, this much rain, it's like it would have been at Bathurst. We haven't talked about Bathurst actually. How rude. We talked Bathurst up all the last week, and not one of you Australians has mentioned the fact that Kiwi won it. For the third time in the last 4 years. Not one of you. I'm ashamed. I almost feel like there's a reason. What a wild start though, eh? Good race. It's actually quite enjoyable the whole way through. Still crying. Rigged as usual. Rigged Red Bull's way though, you're not just saying because it was SVG. Come on. Supercars gave Chaz every opportunity by letting that rescue truck pull out in front of Kostecki. I like that too actually, Brett. I did too. We had Bathurst on the projector and Formula 1 on the TV at the same time. Beauty of being on different broadcasters, we could watch them separately. Both. Come on, SB. Did a Kiwi win something for a change? Like the Rugby Championship, Morno. That doesn't really matter. It's the World Cup next year we'll worry about, isn't it? That's the big prize. Mason Chaz should have won. He should have passed SVG then. I actually reckon Cam Waters should have won if if Moffat didn't get spun by Kostecki. It was his race. He was certainly the fastest car. Although, going into the last stint there, he couldn't keep up with the two Holdens. I seem to remember he had a co-driver that was pretty handy, and also he did. They were a pretty good pairing. They were pretty hard pairing to beat. Anytime you can call on someone with Tander's experience to be your number two. It was lots of action. As I was saying, it was one that I actually sat down and enjoyed watching for the whole night, or the whole afternoon. Ooh, next F1's 8 AM for New Zealand. I might watch that too. Where's the next one? The 8 AM. That'll be good actually though, although it'll be a work day. What is it? Is it Abu Dhabi and then America? Oh yeah, cool. It's always a good one. Alright, done. Look at that, we got through with all our liquid fertilizer intact too. Plant everything. Tractor's just starting headland passes too. Perfect. Austin. Hey Crofter, how are you mate? Good to see you. Max is champ again. Yeah, what a fast that was though, that he became champ in the way he did. Because the FIA couldn't write their rules correctly. They made allowance for races not running the full distance, but the rules stated it had to finish under a yellow or red flag. It didn't allow for a race to be delayed and not go full distance because it went time certain and finish under green running. Seems a bit silly really. And delayed the inevitable, but still. Like Abu Dhabi last year. Yeah, see you Brett. We'll catch you later mate. One more game, just one more. You Brits aren't going to let that one go, are you? Hey, it's going to hurt even more when they get fined and found breaching their cost cap too. Clown. I'm on Game of Farm, so it could be what, could be well. Sir Lewis is now where? Don't count him out. Don't count him out. Well, obviously count him out this year, but. I reckon he's got one more championship in him. I was disappointed to see it wet. Suzuka's a fantastic circuit. Fantastic circuit. Ooh, drifties. Just one more game. Oh, Brett set himself a hard rule when we're playing games that 11 o'clock's his bedtime. 11 o'clock New Zealand time's bedtime, so we always try and twist his arm into one more. Brett's one of my mates that we play Apex Legends and that together. Gamed for many years. Ferrari's going to take it next year. Ferrari needs to sort out their race management if they want to win something. And I hate to say it, get rid of Carlos Sainz. But hard to count Saturday or this weekend's race as a mistake against him. It was pretty trying conditions, but there wasn't many others that went off the circuit in those conditions. Just needs longer to let it play out. Certainly made it interesting, but it was Third time the series crashed on first lap. And that was the thing that happened at Bathurst, is how many idiots went out in the first 5 laps. And they always say it's, you know, it's a 1,000-kilometre race. You can't win it in the first 6 Ks. You're only going to lose it in the first 6 Ks. That was proven. Put Mick in his place. Latifi got points. Rain wasn't bad at all. Is that his first points, isn't it? As well. Crazy. Right, team. Well, we don't have this field ready to see. This guy's going to run around and get it finished off for us. But it was good to get our new tractor bought, get our new planter or seeder purchased, and get that lime spread. That was fun actually using that Titan. Quite a cool bit of kit. One I haven't used before. And getting the K100 out and giving that a spin. So it's been good times. So we'll be back next week. Unless of course there's a miraculous fix to Western Australia released in the next 7 days, which I'm not banking on, but if it's not, we'll be back here and get more planting done and carry on with the tasks and see where we end up. Rusty Money Gaming, good morning mate, good morning to you. Just wrapping things up buddy, but nice to see you popping in. Hope you are doing well. I see you've got a busy few days lined up, but a couple of videos scheduled throughout, so good to see. Good to see. Go Tiffy is the funniest meme. I haven't seen that one. Might have to look. Like to see FS22 tractor races at him. Around a track? I'll tell you what, Alien Jim's crawler track, his rock crawling track, would be a fun one to race things around. Thanks for showing us that console with the key. I ordered the middle one of the 3 for my PC and it will be here in a few months. Nice, Nicholas. That's it. Those are impressive pieces of kit. Very cool. Always thought about going out and building your own button box, because obviously it's, you know, a button box is just programmed to be a key swipe, isn't it? So always thought about doing something like that. But when there's talented people out there doing it for you, why should you? Trip with Mum to Lake Superior for a wedding. Nice, mate. All safe travels to you. Hope you have a good time. Hope the weather is nice and everything goes well. But anyhow, as I was saying, before Rusty popped in to say hello, we'll be back next week. We'll get in some more planting done. I do have to go over and bid on that field actually. I need to sort that out. Rory, we'll catch you later. So anyhow, thank you everyone for stopping in and hanging out with me tonight. Been a lot of fun, some really good chat. Really enjoyed it. It's flown by actually, really flown by this time. So appreciate you all hanging out. Appreciate you stopping in today, FSG. Obviously not too busy at work or easy enough to Photoshop old people. That sounds bad out of context, but easy enough to Photoshop old people and play along with me at the same time. Hopefully you haven't Photoshopped any to look like. If I find my image popping up on a pension scheme somewhere in the UK, I'll tell you what, there'll be trouble. There will be trouble. Multitasking. Alright everyone, thanks for hanging out. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch up with you again sometime soon. But that's all. Bye for now. Take care. No, that is not an idea. Don't take it and don't use it. Goodbye.